Hello everyone. So today let us take a look at a very nice utility to display some text on your desktop, and the utility is OST_cat. Now I will tell you why I started using this utility. I had this utility installed on my computer for a long time, but I was not really doing anything useful with it. Now, recently, what I did, I started making some videos where I was trying to talk about a topic. Let us say if I'm talking about 10 best practices for Jira, or I'm talking about 5 points or 10 points or whatever I'm talking about, I just wanted to display something on the screen. And the reason is I make videos. I make a lot of videos, and when I make videos, I want to publish those videos straight away without doing a lot of editing. And these days, I know you have to if you want to make some engaging videos, you need to use you need to do editing, right? There is no escape from it. But I don't have a lot of time. I have worked with video editors. In fact, I'm actually looking for a full-time video editor, but there are a lot of videos where I just want to talk about something, and I just want to upload it. I don't really want to spend time doing editing. Now, imagine I'm talking about 10 best practices in Jira, and on the screen, I'm trying to show those points, simple text written, and I just want to go through those 10 points one by one. Now, what I recently did, I ended up writing a shell script, which I will talk about a bit more in detail in maybe another video. But today, I just wanted to initiate and talk about this utility called OST_cat, and this will help you a lot because it has been helping me, since last week, and it is very easy to use. By the way, just for your knowledge, I'm using Arch Linux and I'm using DWM. So depending upon your display manager, I think you need to tweak it. You need to see how it will work for you, but it has been working for me very nicely, and I hope it will work for you as well. So just install OST_cat, right? This utility is something that I'm sure you will find in the package manager. And when you do a man on this command, you will see various options, various things that you can do with this utility. And I thought I'll, share and create a very simple tutorial because this will help you. It is not really easy always for a new user to figure out these things very easily. So if you want to display something on your screen, you can do something like this, like do an echo and type here Blackberry boy. That is the name of my channel, right? And you can then perform a search, or not a search. You can actually then display this information on your screen, and because it's a terminal-based utility, imagine you can pipe it with your other utilities. Maybe you want to display your system information on the screen from time to time. You can do that. So if you do an echo, of course, it will display it on the terminal, but we want to display it on the screen. So for doing that, you can do something like pipe and then OST_cat. Right, so far all good. Now the way it works is you need to pass some arguments. If I just press the enter here, the text is actually displayed but on my laptop screen, which is not what I'm showing you right now. This is basically my external monitor. So you can do a few things. You can actually align it in the center, right? So I can pass here one argument called center. I think that is what I need to do. Yep. And now I can see the text in the center, but I will move that text to my other screen. And for doing that, you can actually use the offset and indentation. So if you look at the manual, I'll just show you the manual. So there is something called as indent, and there is also this. Okay, let us take a look. Let us take a look at it again. So we have something called as offset, and we also have indent. So you can use the indent for horizontal offset. You can use offset for vertical offset, right? So just keep this in mind. Usually when you're using these utilities, you need to usually write a shell script so that you can manage these parameters and these arguments. So let us take a look. what I will do, the first thing that I will do is I will try to move it right on the external monitor, and for doing that I will simply do do an offset. So let us take a look. I think we need to do an indent. I think indentation is for the vertical. Okay, let me, sorry, I need to move it horizontally. So let us take a look. For horizontal, I need to do indentation. Yep. So let me just see what I can do. And usually when you're talking about this, like because we want to move it on the left hand side, I will pass here something like minus 1000. So let us see if this works or not. So I'll type here -I, and then I'll do something like maybe minus 2000. Let us see if it appears. So yeah, it appears. It is very little on the top. It says Blackberry Boy in red, which is the default red color, but we can change it. So because right now it is showing on top, I may want to maybe also, just vertically do an offset. So for doing that, I can do something like -O, and I can pass here maybe 200. Let us see if this works. Yes, this works. So you can see Blackberry Boy in very little font. The next thing that I want to do is I want to probably change the font. Now, this is actually the tricky part, and I think that is where this video will be helpful. So if you look here in the documentation, you have to basically pass the font in this format, which is by, I believe, the way the X system will see it. And it might be difficult. There are utilities to get all the fonts, and then basically if you look at this string here, you basically have to specify the font family, the font name, and the font size, and bold, and blah blah blah. Basically there are different arguments that are like attached to each other, or they're like together using hyphen. So you can do that, but you can also change the size. And for finding the string, the exact string, you can actually use one utility called X font select. So I'll type here X font select, and it will open up this utility where you can see on top that you can change the family, the font, and the family, and weight. So for example, the font that I want to use is Futura, BDC, and BT, and you can see here the string is now formed for me, which I can actually just straight away use in my command. I may also want to change the weight to medium or maybe bold if it is available, of course, and I can change the font size. This font size is something that I think if you push for it, I mean, if you want to change the size, even if it is not available here, I think it will work. So this is the font or the entire string which I can use in my string in my command. So I'll just copy it from my other window because I have pasted it here already. So I can use it straight away. I don't really want to type it. It is a long string. So let me just go to my command, and I'll just pass one more argument here, -font, and then this string. Now you can see here this Blackberry Boy is looking really nice. It is quite big, and it is something that you can also modify. You can also do, I think, delay 0. I think if you do delay, let me just take a look in the manual. Okay, how do I open the manual? Okay, man osd_cat. So do we have anything like delay? I remember something like delay that will basically keep this text forever, or not really forever, for as long as you want, but you can actually specify 0. So 0 means like it will not go away. So I can do something like -d and 0. So this will stay. Oh no, not really. D. Right. So you can see here that the text is now on the screen, and you can write a shell script to display this text dynamically, or change the text dynamically, because you need to simply run this command again. I mean, there are different ways of doing it. The way I wrote a script was to kill this OST command, by finding the PID, the process ID, and then run it again. Basically the same thing. So imagine if you want to do a very simple bare minimum presentation where you want to just display something on the screen, you can do that, and you can do a lot of other things in your command if you want. In fact, I will just show you right now. Okay, so there is one more thing that I wanted to do, and that is I want to change the color. So I think you can pass here -c and #FF. So yeah, it is in white color, so maybe not really the best. Maybe I'll pass here my favorite Sparks is blue color. So this is in blue color, right? So this is something that you can do. Maybe a brown color, right? So this is something that you can do very easily, and this is extremely helpful because it can help you make very simple presentations. I do have a command which I have already copied. I mean, not a command, but basically the script that I have written, and I will show you the script. So let me just copy this here, and I will show you. Maybe I'll change the wallpaper so that it is blank. Okay, so if you now look here on the screen, I will basically show you a very simple presentation that I have built using a shell script, and this shell script will take some arguments. So let us take a look. Okay, so my first point is what this is point 1, and this is point 2, this is point 3, and maybe one more. Okay, this is point 4. So if I run this, you can see here that the script is asking me for selection. Do you want to okay, this is of course usually I will not keep this window with me. I'll just move it here, right? So if I press the next, or not next, but N key on my keyboard, it will now display point 2, and then it will display point 3, and it will display point 4. So this is something that you can do, very easily using a script. Of course, you need to write a script for doing these things, but the main thing is the utility is OST_cat. So I thought I'll probably just show it to you so that you can also play with it. You can also enjoy creating simple presentations, and it is a lot of fun, and I think it is extremely useful. So yeah, that is it. That is all I wanted to talk about in this video. I hope you found this video useful and you also learned something new today. Thank you very much. Bye bye.